Okay, I think this is it. Alrighty, guys, welcome. It has been about a month, I would say. And I've been busy. Lots of I things have been busy at my job. I've been coding a lot on Midnight Terminal. I've recently moved it to the web. Uh, Before it used to be an app that you would download onto your computer, but now I've moved it to the web. So it makes it easier for you guys to use it. Um, Let me do something. Okay. Yeah, so I've moved it to the web. It took me a while because uh, I had to place a lot of effort into the security. Um, right, the only way that I can communicate with the Kalshi servers for you guys is through your API keys. And obviously, if you're because these keys are not saved locally like the installer is, like it is with the installer, I can't. I need to. I need to protect your keys. So a lot of effort went into that, and I found a solution that I'm happy with. I will never know your password, your keys. Only you will know your key, the actual contents of your keys, because it requires you to also enter a password. So I'm basically encrypting it with my keys as well as your keys, which I don't have access to. You have to enter it every time you enter Midnight Terminal, which is a little bit frustrating, I know, but it's really for the protections of you, the users. And I hope that this is a compromise that you're all okay with. Um, so yeah, but now, why am I doing this stream? It's because I want to test the application. I'm going to be releasing an update with a few neat features. The first one is you can now submit orders using dollar amounts, and it's actually a limit order. It's just that the UI uh, for you will hmm, automatically calculate uh, the limit orders that you can send. So for example, I want to send 115 here, so it knows to send 116 contracts. Uh, so yeah. So so now we're getting close to okay. Let's wait to the 3 minute mark. If we don't get in, that's fine. Once again, I'm a very safe. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Give me a second. Yes, I'm gonna go in. Okay, we've gone in. We're going to set a stop loss at, let's set it at 85. Once it gets to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, I'll set it to 90. Okay. Yeah. So if it goes down, okay. Okay, let's set it at 240, 90. Remove the stop loss. Um, so as this stream continues, I'll keep talking about my strategy. I'm a little rusty because it's actually been more than a month since I've traded in these events. But I'll be here for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. After that, I need to go and start cooking. So, cooking dinner. So, okay, let's see. Let me finish with this event and then I'll continue talking about the new features and thoughts and a whole bunch of other stuff. Um, okay, we have 2 minutes left. Let me push up my stop loss to about 93 and that is where I will leave it. Let's see. So we have 116 contracts. So let's put it right there. Okay, so we have a minute left. Um, Very nice. I will leave my stop loss there until about the 30 second mark until I'm sure that the BRTI price is not going to shoot up. The strike to Bitcoin diff, right? The strike minus the current Bitcoin price is pretty high, so it's unlikely that it will shoot up. Okay, let's remove it. Uh, yeah. So, um, 20 seconds left. Let me log in to OBS over here, to YouTube through OBS so that I can chat with you guys. Mhm. Actually, no. Let me not do that. I'm going to exit out of this, and then I will open my. Let me lower this a bit more. Let me open up the stream in another tab over here on my second monitor. Okay. And then YouTube Studio. And then I'm going to content. I'm going to live. And then live May 28th. Oh yeah, almost a month ago I streamed. uh, I streamed my last stream, which was the one where I lost $1,000. Which, oof, that was a boys, that was a rough stream. But that's alright. We're over here and we're ready to make some money. So let me add midnightterminal.com so that you guys know where to go to use the tool. And let's proceed. So new features that we'll be releasing at some point this week. You're able to use contracts and dollars. So before you really could only place contracts, but a user on my Discord asks if I could also add dollar amounts. So now, the issue with dollar amounts is that let's consider a scenario, right, where I don't want to get it too complicated, but it's going to require me to monitor all of your orders, and then as your orders are getting filled, I'm then calculating your I'm then using how much money you have left to calculate how many more orders I can throw in. And it kind of gets too complicated. So what I'm doing is if you enter your dollar amount, say for example here I have 116.46, it will automatically, use division to get the total amount of contracts that we're going to send, which will be a limit order. Um, Maybe down the line I'll make it more complicated, but for how do I say it? But for version 1, I think this will be, um, you guys would be okay with this. Uh, it would help with slippage. I think this is a good place to start. The app would automatically divide and figure out for you the amount of contracts that will be placed. Yeah. The next update is where was that? There was another update that I did. The next the next few things I'm not sure if I'm going to release. Uh, so you see over here with current BRTI in the current version you cannot see the difference. I've added this thing that basically tells you the difference between the current BRTI and the last one that was sent. So this one minus the last one. That way you can gauge just how fast it's moving. Um, this one, I'm not, see, I don't want to, I'm trying to make this tool as general as possible and I don't want to overwhelm the user base. For example, see these 3 indicators here, these 4 actually, they're custom indicators. I use candle average, which is the average of the previous 5 minutes uh, of um of the 15-second candlesticks, right? But this is very particular. This is like for my use case, right? So this is not something that I will release to the public because um, this might not be useful for anybody, and I don't want you guys to have a cluttered um, terminal, and I also don't want to have indicators. I don't, right? I don't want to push out anything that you guys would not find useful. Um, then strike to Bitcoin diff. This one is there. I think many of you will find it useful. Basically, the strike price is the current what you're betting over or under on Kalshi, and so it's a strike price minus the app minus the current Bitcoin price, and then it just gives you the absolute value. Um, this will help you just it easily tells you just how far the Bitcoin price is from the strike price. And when I first started, what I would do is I would divide 40 by this price, and whatever. So for example, right now it's let's say 160. You divide 160 divided by 40 is 4. So then I will go in at the 4-minute mark because my thinking is if the strike to Bitcoin diff is above that number that we just got from the division, it means that the number will then have to it means that Bitcoin will have to drop by that amount. Um, which which is unlikely because in my mind I felt that Bitcoin would never go up or down past 40 a minute. It was unlikely. I did a whole bunch of tests with a bot and that's something that I figured out. But I've since moved on from that strategy. But anyway, maybe you guys might find that uh, 30 30 Bitcoin a minute might would be good for you guys. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself well here. Please let me know if I'm not. And then the calculated time, it's just another custom indicator that I created. Um, but this one I might release. Um, I think this one you guys would find useful. What this does is it takes the so right I just talked about how current BRTI how I added this thing where you're able to see the current you're able to see the difference between the current BRTI price and the previous one. And basically what this does is if you select this, it it'll be more useful as the the event gets closer to expiration. But what this does is it projects using this difference. It projects where the BRTI would land, assuming that the BRTI difference stays the same. So say for example there's 60 seconds left, the BRTI difference is 1, then that means that according to our projection, the the projected BRTI will be 60 above the current Bitcoin price, which might be helpful, um, which I think is helpful actually. There are many um, sub 1 minute events where the Bitcoin price goes crazy, and just knowing that the BRTI price is going to land somewhere helps you make last second decisions. So probably for the next release, definitely this contracts in dollars. Uh, Possibly this projected BRTI and this label. Um, I do need to fix it because Kalshi sends us 0 and then the current BRTI. I guess they don't want the price to be moving too much. So I need to code a fix for this where it only shows a non-zero difference. So I'm not sure. But but yeah, so that's that. What else? I also it's not in this build, but I also added a little indicator for stop losses. So whenever you set a stop loss, just like how when you place an order you can select one of these things, you can select the stop loss pill and it'll let you remove the stop losses. That way you don't have to come down here and remove them yourself. You can just go here and then it'll show all your set stop losses and you can remove them. Um, since we last had a live stream, I've added this instant orders. Let me center the screen. I've added this instant orders, so if you don't feel comfortable with instant orders, there's a review. You select this, it asks you to review your order before you can place it. So there's that. And yeah, really, a lot of the work has just been porting this over to the web, which was, oh man, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. There was so much thinking involved. You guys would never know about it. It's pretty interesting. I do feel like I'm talking to myself over here, but I've been looking at the statistics, and you guys like to watch my live streams after I finish live streaming them. So, hello to the future viewers. Let's see. I hope I haven't been muted the whole time because that would be embarrassing. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Let me lower the audio volume a little bit. No, but now there's no music, I think. Okay. Let's go back to this. So Bitcoin is not moving, which is nice. Um, Looks like up. Okay, let's go in. Oh no! Price 99.1. Amount is 116.46. Place order. and then let's set a stop loss at 85. And of course, because I just went in, the price starts fluctuating like clockwork. Now, if you watch my videos, you know, this is frustrating. However, I will not make the same mistake. I set my stop loss. If my stop loss triggers because there is a bearish candle, so be it. So be it. I let my stop loss handle my emotions. Now, Mr. Candle, please be gentle. Take your time. You took your time going up. Take your time going down. Let's see how the market is feeling. Okay, so we are at okay, a little bearish action. We're at the sub 2-minute mark. Let's push up our stop loss to 90. Let's remove the old one. And see, so over here, look at the projected BRTI. So just keep an eye on it. As you can see, the BRTI price is not moving too much, so you can see that it's projecting, assuming it maintained the current difference, is projecting where it will land. So minus 0.05. I really need to fix that bug where Kalshi keeps sending they're basically saying that they send the same values twice or 3 times in a row, and then they send the difference, which is really, I don't know why they did that, but I need to fix this. It's an easy fix. But yeah, so you can see where it's calculating where the BRTI price will end. I'll leave it on. Let me remove the stop loss. So right, difference times 33 right now is wherever it lands. I really should be tracking how much money I've made. Yeah. Once this event is over, I'll do that. Okay, let me go on the Kalshi website. Portfolio tab, history right here. Okay, I gotta log in. That's lovely, okay. Okay. Da, da, okay, so in the last one I made $1.19 and in this one I made $1.18. So I'm going to create a custom text. OBS, where are you? New text, profit text, and font Helvetica text. So it would be 119 plus 118 is 237. And color green. Color 2 green. Sure. and plus 237. And let's add this bad boy over here, I guess. We should probably add the dollar sign. And then let's bring it over here. Very nice. And there we go. So we've made $2.37 so far. We got $997 and what 23 63 cents to go. We've done it before. We can do it again. Hopefully, I hope I didn't jinx it. Something else I wanted to talk about. Why do I remove my stop loss once I'm confident that the Bitcoin price is not going to just shoot through the strike price? Well, that's where this feature comes in, stop loss lag. I've noticed something weird. Sometimes, um, my position just get sometimes the order book just flips for no random reason and then it flips back up to 99.1. So then my stop loss triggers for no reason at all, and I end up losing a trade that I should have won. Uh, I almost made a video on it, but never did. But there's has been times where I've lost like $140 because of that. And these this has happened at the 7 second mark, right? When there is just no way that that the current BRTI price will go through the other strike price because there's only 7 seconds left. It's just impossible. But it still happens, so I don't know if it's just a bot not working correctly and then just buying all of the what is it? The bids. So I created this feature called stop loss lag because I noticed that these little events they would happen in about it'll take like zero point 0.1 seconds to for the bot to just buy all of the bids and then for the market to go back to 99.9. So I created this feature called first of all, let me enter 1.67.63. I've created this feature called stop loss lag, which you can see if you come here. And this is what it's called. It's called a false sweep. And what you can basically tell the application is to wait a certain duration before actually selling your position. Right, if these false sweeps take 100 milliseconds, uh, whenever this happens, our stop loss will not trigger for 300 milliseconds. Um, then after 300 milliseconds, it will check to see um, if the current best bid is below our position. I forgot the logic. I forgot the proper terms to use it, but basically this ensures that right it checks to make sure that the order book um is not uh has not flipped before selling all of our positions. And this has helped me out multiple times already. I've seen this happen. Now, what do you sacrifice by doing this? You sacrifice what if the sweep is valid? What if the order book has flipped? So for 300 milliseconds, you sacrifice selling your position. And sometimes at 300 milliseconds, um, can be the difference between right selling your positions at and only losing maybe 1% of I, I'm not sure what the name is. Losing 1% of what you put into your position versus 10%. Uh, Unfortunately, that's not really much we can do about this. Um, you can disable it if you like, but then you lose that protection, that stop loss lag protection, and have to deal with false sweeps if they happen, which is not common at all, but it happens maybe once for every 150, 200 events. But when they happen, it hurts a lot. Your soul will, you will cry. Yeah, so after I lost $1,000, it really made it really made trading such a bummer. Um, because right, I would flat bet $1,000, and every time I would flat bet, I would get something meaningful. I would get $10 at a minimum. If all of my positions are filled, I will get a minimum of $9 because I would I would go up to 99.1. So what is it? 1,000 uh, divided by 99.1. It's about $9 and something, 10 cents minus. If you take out Kalshi's fees, it's like $8.90. So you go from that to making a fraction of that, right? And you know, when you're flat betting $1,000 and you're over here, if you think about it, uh, say you go in 4 events and you get filled, that's $40 right there. That's basically what mechanics make in an hour. And I'm over here sitting at home. Often I'll be doing um, uh, something else, and it's kind of like, while you're doing chores, you know, uh, like for example, I'll be washing dishes, then when there's 4 minutes left, I will come back here, go in, and then go out and uh, go in, right, wait until the event expires, make my $10, and then go back to doing whatever I was doing. It almost felt like passive income. Um, I will not go in now because uh, I don't like going in above the 4 minute mark. Just too much can happen. Um, which is fine. It's fine. I'll sit this one out if I have to. I'll wait for the 3 minute mark. The 3 minute mark here. 3 minutes left until expiration before I go in. So what I was saying was that I would be flat betting $1,000 while I'll be doing other things. And it almost felt like a part-time job, right? Like I was making money uh, doing in a part-time job. So much so that I think in the month of May, um, I profited. Like in April, I made some profit. In the month of May, I think I profited $800 from flat betting 1,000 every time. Okay, let's. So that felt great because I was able to put that into loans and whatnot. Um, but then right after my I messed up with that one trade, it kind of bummed me out. It put me in a bad mindset, which wasn't the worst thing to happen. I had a lot of things to do in June, So I probably wouldn't even have had time to be on Midnight Terminal anyway. But yeah, but now I'm starting this challenge again, so um, let's get back to 1,000 again, and yeah, and then we'll be able to do that again. We'll have more knowledge. Let's go in. We'll have more knowledge once we get to $1,000. Um, we'll have more features now that we have this dollars option. Well, it really won't make any difference actually, because it'll be flat betting the same amount. But yeah, but we'll have more experience, and then I'll also be able to make more content on YouTube and whatnot. There's a this is in technical analysis. This is I think this is turning into the cup and handle pattern. I forgot what it's called. Where now we're basically going to create the handle. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens here. Anywho, can you guys believe that Bitcoin dropped below 60,000? That's really bad. Look at this over here. It dropped to 59,000. That is crazy. Hmm. Okay, we didn't get filled there, but that's alright. We can get filled in all of them. What matters is that, right, we keep the momentum going, we're disciplined, and eventually we'll make it to 200, and so on and so forth. But this is the boring part. Um, from 100 to 200, I think the first time I did this, it took me about 11 hours, 15 hours to get to 200. Um, Now it'll hopefully take less time. Right, we're a little bit more experienced than we were, but yeah, this is going to be boring. So once again, I'm wishing that Kalshi would release a 5-minute market. Now, for the 5-minute market, I wish that it would follow the same format as this, but for 5 minutes. So I want there to be a BRTI prize. I want it to be the same thing where the the price is calculated by the last 60 seconds average. This might be a resistance band. So let's keep an eye on that for down the road. Anywho, a 5 minute market would be great for me personally, not for you guys maybe, but for my strategy it would be great because I only go in at the 2 minute mark, right? Basically when it's less than five. If you see me go in and there's more than 5 minutes left, I've been possessed or something. So yeah, imagine that means that if they were to release a 5 minute event, I would be able to go in, right, 12 times every hour instead of the 4 times that I can go in the 15-minute events. So instead of this potentially taking 12 hours, it would take me 4 hours, which, huh, I would probably do it in a stream. But imagine if I was flat betting $1,000, right? And let's just being very conservative, because usually this is I will make maybe double. Usually I'll get lucky and I'll make $20 or $30 a trade. Let's say conservatively I'm making $9 an event times 12. That's 90. That's $108 an hour. Can you tell me who you know makes $108 an hour? So then the next follow-up question is, well, why don't you just use Polymarket? Isn't that a great question? And the issue is that, right, I've exclusively been trading on the Kalshi market. Kalshi uses that BRTI price. Um, Coinbase uses something else. It's a live Bitcoin price from some other company system. I forgot what it's called. So my strategy wouldn't really translate to that. And I like Kalshi's implementation because when there's 60 minutes left, you can kind of using knowing that it's an average of the last 60 seconds, it kind of helps you it kind of lets you know where the Bitcoin price will land, whereas with Polymarket, the Bitcoin price could fluctuate at any second, right? I've seen Bitcoin price shoot up by $500 in 5 seconds, right? In Polymarket, anything can happen. It feels more of a gamble. Basically, it feels more of a gamble than Kalshi. With Kalshi, it feels like there is some strategy that you can use. So that's why I don't trade Polymarket. Among other things, I live in the US and Polymarket crypto is currently banned. I could use a VPN, but then that means that any money I make with crypto, um, I would have to find a way to transfer it to dollars, and I mean, what service am I gonna use for that, right? And I mean, I guess I could use any service, but then I'm not sure if I'll get into any legal troubles, especially if I live stream it, because if I get sued, somebody might say that I'm encouraging people to do this. Basically, it's not worth it. Basically, I'd rather just, do what I do every day, which is to check Google to see if Kalshi is going to release a 5 minute event and hope that eventually they do. I even sent them a message on Instagram, but they never got back to me. I asked them when are they going to release it, and they haven't gotten back to me, but I'm hopeful. they see it. Where is Kalshi? Kalshi. Here we go. Hey, any news on when Kalshi? Nope, nope. They haven't even looked at it, and it says that they're online. Shame on them. I sent this on April. All right. Do 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 do. So this event, I am a big fan of it. Why am I a big fan of it? Because I love events that where the average, where right, look at this, very small candlesticks. Whenever there are small candlesticks, the bots, it seems, because right, we all know this is run by bots. Like 99% of the users who participate in here are bots. They love it when Bitcoin is volatile. Whereas when there is when the average is really small, like over here, the high minus the low is around $30. They usually make more mistakes and there are usually a lot more opportunities. So let's see over, but now see now it's getting more volatile, which is a bit of a bummer. So strike is 61.012. Current BRTI is 95, current Bitcoin is 88, so it's going down. We like it when the Bitcoin price stays around the strike price because um, it just presents opportunities for us, and if we can maybe even get in at the 90 cent mark, that's $10, which will be great. It'll knock out about an hour or two of our you know, of getting to $200. So right now we're current Bitcoin, current strike, do do do. Okay, so we're current BRTI is going down. but it's very close. Okay, it's going down. Why? Oh shoot! Oh man, I was wondering why was this the other way? Why was this well, basically, why did the market flip? And when I looked at this, that's when the market flipped. Okay, so but it flipped back down. It looks like the bears are in control right now. Okie dokie, guys. Let's see. 2 minutes left. Let's oof, do the tough one, guys. Look how far I'm zooming in. Okay, Bitcoin is going up. Let's switch sides. Yes, yes. 148. Alrighty, guys. Uh, we got our price in. We got our limit, the max that we want, the max contract price that we're willing to take, 99.1. So let's go. Bitcoin is going up. Now it's going back down. We have 6 seconds left. We might go in. Oof. Ugh. Come on. That's really close, guys. I mean, let's see. Strike price. Okay. Let's go. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 15. Oh, it's going down. Let's use the projected BRTI to see where it's gonna land. Okay, looks like it's going to go down, but it's just barely. Okay. Okay, it's going. Doesn't. Okay. We won't go up. Come on. Okay, go in. Why didn't. Okay. Oh yeah, guys, we got that one. Oof, okay. Why? Okay. Oof. Oh man. My heart's pumping for that one. How much did we make? You know, it's hilarious. I'm like, oh, that was oh man, that's funny. So actually, we didn't make that much. I mean, usually we got filled at 99.1, and in this one we got filled at 98.2. So that's I mean, we really didn't make much. But I mean, these little things do add up. So let's go back to Brave browser. Let's see how much we made. Okay, we made $1.98. So right there, we just knocked out an event that we would have had to participate in. That was like a 2-for-1 basically. So um, once I end the stream, I want to review exactly what happened. And I need to fix that pesky bug where this continues switching to 0. But let me add that to our profit. So let's see. So 237 plus 198. $4.35. Okay. Whew, oh man. You guys are probably calling me ridiculous right now, but you guys gotta understand, you gotta treat you gotta treat every event the same, with the same level of thoughtfulness, of discipline, of thinking. You gotta treat it exactly the same, because if I was flat betting $1,000 like I used to, the same thoughts would be running in my head. And had this been a thousand flat betting $1,000, just think about it. I would have been up. I would not have been up. What is it? I would have been up $43.50 and $4 instead of $4.35. Um, but yeah, it's these little things add up. Once again, we did it before. We can do it again. This is the first session, so I'm sure people think that I'm being ridiculous right now, but that's okay. They can think whatever they want. Once I get this to 400, 500, 600, then people will realize that there's nothing ridiculous about this. So I'll be streaming for about another hour until 7 p.m. And then I'll stream maybe tomorrow. Let's see, I want to stream more. And it's like knocking out two birds with one stone. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that the website works well, that my users are not encountering anything weird, which is not the case. I mean, I've been on this for an hour and haven't experienced a single issue. Let's see, okay, so this appears to be a point of resistance right here. Um, yeah, two times the price has gone down after it reached this point. So this is a little resistance band. So we are $36 from the strike price. Let's switch. Let's put in our new amount, 119.61. Okay, I am back. Oof. Average 50. Okay. So this might be another close one, so let's keep an eye out on the current Bitcoin price. If we see a little spike, then we know we'll go in. Mm-hmm. A little bit more. Little bit more. Uh, okay. Of course. Of course. Well, 90. 93. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. 120. Okay, I think we got this in the bag, boys. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the stop loss. Think we should be good for now. Okay, so we got in a 98.4. Not bad. Okay, not bad. Very nice prices. Look at that, guys. We're at 121. Slowly but surely, am I right? 121.25, and we go. Let's see how much we made there. Okay, $1.64. I will take it. OBS. Text. I need to add this. Toll-free call. From where? Give me a second, guys. So that is $5.99. Look at that, guys. We would have made, if we were flat betting $1,000, we would have made almost $60. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, that makes me happy. Okay, give me a second, guys. I gotta take a call. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Apologies for missing that event. But I was looking at it, I had something to do. I could have gone in on that one. I think like at the 3 minute mark it was there were still what the hell? Well, that's it looks like the price is skyrocketing. So excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, so but yeah, we could have gone in at like the 3 minute mark, but you know, a lesson I learned is to never multitask when you're trading. So if I'm on the phone, even if I feel like I could go in, I'm not going in because it's like there's a curse on me. Whenever I multitask and I'm trading, I always lose. So yeah, that's why I didn't go in. That's another one of the lessons that I've learned while trading Kalshi's Bitcoin events. Alright, we're approaching the 5 minute mark until event expiration. And what can we see here? We're not too far from the strike price, which I like. We had a big candlestick form. So 848 minus, it was about a $22 difference, I would say. Okay, so it's trending down. Okay, it's trending back up. Let's go ahead and add our dollar amount. 122. Yep, sounds good. Do, 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 do. Okay, this is not bad because we are so close to the strike price. The market hasn't settled yet on where it thinks it, on which side is going to win. So that means that right, we can get in closer to event expiration, which increases the likelihood of us winning. So okay, so oh oof. Okay, buyers are putting down pressure. Let's continue. Okay, nice. We're getting close to the 3 minute mark. I like to go in at the sub 3 minute mark. I have my orders ready. I have my instant order ready, so as soon as I select this, the order will go in without us having to confirm it. Okay, we're at the sub 3 minute mark. Excellent, excellent. Let's see if a big candlestick forms. Da, da, da. Okay, look at that. It's getting close to the strike price. Oof. Okay, guys, this is gonna be a. Alright, this is going to be a nail biter. Okay, we're at the 2 minute mark. Let's see. Candle average is 50. Look at that. Looks like Bitcoin might. Okay, oop, look at that. It's going down. 40 seconds. Dollars. Okay. Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has completely switched sides. Uh-huh. Oh, guys, this is going to be a rough one. This is going to be a rough one. We got a minute and 20 seconds left. And the BRTI price is moving up. Hmm. Okay, so I switched side. Oh no, now it's going down. What is happening, guys? Look at this. So okay, So it's going to, I think, current BRTI is 5, strike is 98. Okay, okay, it might go in the yes side. Okay, we're in. Uh, okay, we were filled. Dang, there was a moment. Had I, imagine if we had gone in about 2 seconds earlier. I think the price was at the 40 second. I'm sorry, it was at the 40 cent mark. Oof, ooh, guys, we would have made a lot of money there. We would have made $60. Oof, that would have been crazy, but that's all right. We'll take it. We were filled at 99.1, so we made about a dollar something there. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Oh, so let me go on Kalshi's website and see how much I made there. Well, technically, okay. So that was it's actually kind of funny. So I made $1.09 off of that one. Okay, $1.09. So let me add that. $1.09. So we are at $7.08. So think about that, guys. Had we been flat betting $1,000, we would have been at $70.80. Hmm. Man, I can't wait to. I think I'm going to create some shorts of every live stream, just to get just so that people that don't watch the live streams can see what's been going on. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to review the live streams. So let's see. Let's flip. Okay. Strike is 809. BRTI current Bitcoin is 94. Okay, so we're 13 away. Okay, it's going up, guys. Is there a memory leak? Well, that's frustrating. 200, okay, yeah, it should be fine. It's kind of slowing down a little bit, but maybe that's just me. So 122, okay, we're 16 away. Not too bad. Okay, okay. It's going down. 23, okay. Oop, it's going back up. Okay. Okay, we're 18 away. Okay, we're about to enter the sub-minute mark. Okay. Sellers are applying pressure. Okay, buyers are applying pressure. Oh, okay, oof, it's hovering, guys. Let's see. Okay, it's going down. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, oof. Oh man, I'm a second too late. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, dang it. Mm. I submitted it, but I swear, had I done it a second earlier, I would have gone in. I would have gotten filled. But it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's I have to fix this. This bouncing back and forth because Kalshi sends 0 between every value is really distracting me. So next time I stream, you won't see that. But dang it, we could have made another dollar there. Unable to discover. No. Interesting. I've never seen that before. That error. Well, that's a bummer, but okay. At least we didn't lose. That's what matters. Let me move this. Dang it. Let me do one more. Then I'll get off. All right, boys. No, you go here, you go here. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Strike price, BRTI 32, 30. Okay, very nice. Let's continue waiting. Okay, little squeeze. Okay, okay. Let me get my place order. Uh, okay, mouse is on the select button. Fingers on the select button. I'm trying to get filled this time. Okay, pulled back. Oof, 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 oof. Thank God we didn't go in. Yes, fall over here. So hopefully we can end it with a bang. Oof, 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 Oh, time to switch sides, boys. Okay. Oh, now it's going back up. Okay. Okay. Strike price is 83. Uh, BRTI is 82. Yeah, guys. All right. Let's get our yes up. Strike price, BRTI. Let's do this bad boy right here. Okay, it's saying that. Should we go in, guys? Okay, now we're going. Oh, did I get? I got filled. I got filled. I got filled. Stop loss 85. No, we're not going to lose this one. Where's the stop loss? Oof, oof. Oh man, I got so upset. I thought once again I didn't get filled. I wouldn't get filled because I went in a second too late. But okay, this time we were lucky. It looked like the traders got nervous. They pulled, they pulled back a little bit, and that's how we were able to get filled. But what can we do? Well, we made something. Let's see how much we made. Oh man, that's a little bit frustrating. I have to figure out some system because had the traders not pulled back, I wouldn't have gotten filled. Exactly what happened the previous event. So, oof, oof. Let me look. I'm not today, maybe tomorrow. When I look at the recap and I make maybe a short, uh, I don't know. I have to. Okay, that was interesting. So we made $1.10. So what does that mean? It means that we ended with $8.18. Now guys, right, once again, you're seeing this, you're saying, bro, you just streamed for 2 hours to make $8.18. You know what that is called? That is called not thinking with a plan. Remember, the goal is, as I have done before, to flat bet with $1,000. If we had instead used $1,000, we would have made $80.18. Well, no, $81.80. Now, I bet in 2 hours. Now, I bet you, if I tell you that, now you're going to say, oh, wow, that sounds, oh my god, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, looks like I just made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What a coincidence. As I was saying, if I told you I made $81.80 in 2 hours, now you're going to say, okay, okay, you know what? You know what? That's actually meaningful money. That's $40 an hour. That is a fantastic hourly rate. Uh, so anyway, I will leave it at that, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this stream from the future, I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, I don't know when I'll see you again, but I will see you. Have a blessed day. Remember, remember, remember. I am not a financial advisor. Trading has risks. You will lose money. I will lose money in this. Guaranteed. I didn't lose money in this stream, but I will lose money at some point. I am not a financial advisor. I am not providing financial advice. Yada, yada, yada. Do not replicate what I'm doing. Find your own strategy. Only bet $1. Bet $1, maybe 1,000 times. Once you see that your strategy is working, then start betting with bigger money, with a bigger amount of money. There is no rush. There will always be a market to trade in. It has been here for more than 300, it has been here forever, and it will stay forever. There is no rush. Spend all the time in the world finding a strategy that works for you. Do not copy me, because I'm not a financial advisor. I do not know what I'm doing. Figure out your own strategy. Test it forward, backward, sideways, crooked until you are certain that it can make you money. Do not follow what I'm saying. As in, do not follow what I'm doing here because I barely know what I'm doing. However, if you want an advantage, do use Midnight Terminal. Right? This right here is much better, 100% guaranteed, than this bullshit over here. Much better than this bullshit over here. Where's your stop loss? I leave this open for 10 minutes and this thing uses up all of my RAM. I left Midnight Terminal for 2 hours on and it has barely used 250 megabytes. This is 10 minutes and it's already at 450. You get a 7-day trial for free. Anyway, bye guys.